Hey, everybody. Welcome. I'm just going to give everybody a couple minutes to sign on. It's our free kickoff class. So just in case people are signing in a couple minutes late, we'll start in a few minutes. You don't need anything for tonight's practice. So just yourself and your yoga mat. If you're joining us tonight and you don't have a yoga mat, that's totally cool. Just try and be on your least slippery surface. Don't wear socks because I don't want you to fall and hurt yourself. And if you've never done yoga before, you've never done yoga with me, know that I highly encourage you to listen to your body. So it's your body, your practice. Take rest, take a drink, whatever you need in the class to support you and your moving. Concentrate on breathing. If you get lost, you can focus on the breath. You can come into child's pose, which if you don't know what that is, I will tell you. But yeah, so we'll start in just a minute or so. I want to give everybody a chance to sign on. If you're here already and you want to get into the zone, you can meet me in Shavasana. So you're just going to lie on your mat. Let your legs go out wide. Let the arms come out wide, taking up as much space as you want. Taking up as much space as you need. This next 60 minutes is dedicated to you. And so thank yourself for showing up tonight. I hope you enjoy. All right, so I'll meet you. Let's go into Shavasana. And we'll take a moment in Shavasana just in case anybody else is signing in. And while we're here, we can use this space to land. Land on the mat, away from the day, away from work and our to-do lists, and away from traffic, away from just anything that isn't you and your mat and your breath right now. You start to lengthen your inhales and your exhales as you breathe in and out through the nose. And as we breathe in yoga, we breathe a breath called Ujjayi breath. So it's a specific way of breathing. So when we close our mouth and breathe, it's almost like you're still trying to send breath out of your mouth and fog up a mirror, but your mouth is closed. So you make this little whisper at the back of your throat as you inhale and exhale. I'm not sure if you can hear my breath in full detail, but it sounds something like this. Inhale, exhale. So that's the kind of breath that we use to fuel our practice as we move through the posture. And you'll hear me cueing inhale and exhale in some of the shapes we take, but not all of them. Sometimes it's up to your own breath rhythm, and it's up to you to make sure that you are still breathing through this practice. But I will definitely be here to remind you. With that, let's take a few more deep breaths here, really filling up the belly with the inhale, emptying fully on the exhale. And as we exhale, letting yourself sink into the floor. So releasing any effort, any tension in the body, and just letting yourself be held. From here, you're going to just guide your arms up overhead. And then you're going to bring your wrists to the top right corner of your mat. Now here you can grab onto your left wrist with your right hand. You don't have to. If you want to come into a deeper opening of the left side body, you can. From here, you're going to bring your ankles to the bottom right corner of the mat. And if it feels good, you could even cross the left ankle over the right as we be here and breathe, opening up the body along the left side. Taking those nice belly breaths as we feel the rib cage expand and contract. Beautiful. Uncross the legs, bring them back to center. Uncross the arms, come back to center. And then we move to the left. So wrists first, maybe grabbing onto the right wrist this time with the left hand. And then we move the ankles to the bottom left corner. And again, you can cross right ankle over the left this time as we open up the right side body here. And again, we release the ankles first, bringing them back to center, arms to center. And then right here, we're gonna draw knees into the chest. Give yourself a squeeze. Gently rock side to side. Say hello to the low back as we give it a little massage. And then we'll find stillness, releasing the right arm by the ear. We roll over to the right side body. Using the right arm as a pillow for the head, pause here for a full round of breath. And we root into the left palm, push yourself up, coming into child's pose. So knees are wide like the mat. Big toes come to touch as you hinge the hips back over the heels. Arms reach in front of you as the forehead melts to the floor. Taking a moment here to use our breath to fill up the back body, creating space for movement. Now this shape, child's pose, you can take this shape at any point in the practice. If you're feeling overwhelmed or tired or just like you need a break, just find your way into child's pose and enjoy it. There's no shame in taking child's pose. I do it all the time. From here, we're gonna spread the fingertips wide, grip into the mat with an inhale. We pull ourselves up, we find tabletop. Shoulders stacking over the wrists, hips stacking over the knees. We inhale, we lift the head, lift the tail. And exhale, push the floor away, round the back. Again, we inhale, lift the head, lift the tail. Exhale, we round. Inhale, lift. Exhale, round. Few more here. Inhale, lift. Exhale, round. Inhale. Exhale. And we'll do one more. Let's inhale, lift the head, lift the tail. And as we exhale, we push the floor away, round the back. Inhale, come back to a neutral spine. Root into the left hand. With an inhale, we sweep the right arm towards the ceiling. And as we exhale, we draw the right arm underneath the left as we melt the shoulder and head down for shoulder stretch. Option to reach the left hand to the top of the mat. Secondary option, either stay here or you can begin to lift the palm, rotate the palm, and reach around to the front of the right thigh, coming into a little bind here, opening up the torso. Release the bind, extend the left arm back to the top of the mat, slide the left hand down towards the right forearm as you push into the floor with the left hand. We inhale, sweep the right arm back to the ceiling, and exhale, draw the hand back to the mat. Other side, we root into the right hand this time with an inhale, sweep that left arm up. And as we exhale, we thread it underneath the right arm, coming onto the shoulder and the head. Again, option, sliding the right hand to the top of the mat. And next option, totally optional, is to lift the palm. We rotate the palm so that the open hand is facing the left side body. And then we wrap around, grabbing onto the front of the left hip. Be here and breathe. If your arm is in the bind, release the right hand all the way to the back, to the top of the mat, and then slide the palm back towards the left forearm. As you root into the left hand with an inhale, we lift, sweep the left arm back to the ceiling, and exhale, draw the hand to the mat. From here, we tuck the toes under, step the palms forward. We're coming into down dog. So you're gonna hinge the hips back towards the heels. And with an inhale, lift them into the air and then sink the heels towards the floor. Now it's okay if your heels don't make it to the floor, bend the knees here as much as you need to. Head and neck are relaxed. Armpits are trying to face one another. So your arms, your upper arms are rotating externally away from the center line of the body. Be here and breathe. As we inhale here, we gaze at the top of the mat. And as we exhale, tiptoe up to the front, bringing big toes to touch. We use an inhale, lift halfway, lift the heart. Exhale, we fold. Inhale, sweep the arms up, root to rise, arms overhead. And then exhale, hands towards heart center. Inhale, press, grow tall. And exhale, release hands by your sides, find mountain pose. Rooting down through the feet, palms face forward, legs are active, eyes closed. Open your eyes, take a quick peek at your toes. I want to have you root down through the full width of your foot. So we're going to root into the heel first, and you can just lift the toes slightly away from the floor, okay? From here, you're going to push your big toes into the mat so that all the 4 other toes are lifted. Now, if you can, you're going to try and push your pinky toe into the mat, keeping your middle toes lifted. Now, this might not be possible. It takes a lot of work and training of the body. But the idea here is that as we push these specific areas of our feet into the floor, we activate the different muscles of the leg and the ankle, helping us to stabilize in our other poses. So you don't have to stay like that. It's really hard, even for me. It's something that I'm just learning to explore in my body. But it's about having this awareness of rooting down so that we can use the muscles of the legs to help us stabilize when we're in different postures. So this is our basic mountain pose, or samastatihi, which means equal stance. Okay, so we're weighted and we're rooted, growing down through the feet and up through the crown. From here, we inhale, we sweep the arms up. From here, interlace the fingers, release the index finger. Inhale, reach the arms. And as you exhale, you're going to side bend towards the right. So drawing the left hip out to the side as you guide the index fingers towards the right side of the room. The idea here is to keep an equal distance between both armpits and your face. Okay, using that breath, opening the side body here. Inhale back to center. Keep your hands as they are. And exhale, draw the hands towards the left side. Inhale back to center. Exhale, release the hands, sweep them down by your sides. If you felt that little whoosh of energy at your fingertips, that's prana. That is our life force energy that moves within our body. Again, let's inhale, sweep the arms up. As you exhale, draw the hands through heart center, bend the knees as you hinge forward from the hips, draw hands to the mat. Use an inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. As you inhale, sweep the arms back up, hands overhead. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, press. Exhale, release. Again, inhale, hands up. Exhale, fold forward, bending the knees. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root to rise, lift all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, press. Exhale, release. One more time like that. Inhale, lift hands. Exhale, draw hands through heart center as you hinge forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root to rise all the way up overhead. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, press. Exhale, release. Adding on now, we inhale, sweep up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, plant the hands, step or jump back to plank. Hold it here, inhale. Exhale, lower down, keeping the elbows in, coming all the way to the floor. Okay, untuck the toes, draw the hands out wide next to the mat. From here, we inhale. We're gonna lift the head, lift all the way up to the chest, coming towards the low belly. As you exhale, you're gonna lift the gaze. And then with the next inhale, you can push the arms up a little bit higher, coming into cobra pose. Exhale, we lower down. Tuck the toes under, push back through tabletop, find downward facing dog. Take a moment to breathe here. With your next inhale, we sweep the right leg up towards the sky. And as you exhale, you step the right foot between the hands. Lower the left knee down, untuck the toes. We're coming into a low lunge. You want to try and make sure that your front knee is stacked over the ankle. As you inhale, we lift the arms. Relax the shoulders, be here and breathe. Remember, think about that front foot pushing into the big toe, the baby toe, and the heel. From here, you bring the hands back to the mat. Listen really carefully, okay? So what you're gonna do is you're going to pivot your left knee and bring your toes towards the right side of the mat, okay? You're gonna bring your right hand inside of the right foot, and then you're gonna open yourself up with the left arm towards the ceiling. Okay, so it's like a gate pose. From here, you're gonna push into the right hand, lift yourself up. You're gonna bring your left hand to the floor, straighten your right leg as you reach your right arm up and over. Beautiful, we come back up. Okay, bend into that front knee again. Pivot the left knee back to a low lunge. Frame the front foot with your hands. Tuck the toes under, the left toes under. Okay, and then from here, you're gonna lift your left knee, root into that front foot again. Big toe, pinky toe, heel. Inhale, draw the arms up overhead. Okay, make your adjustments in the pose. From here, we inhale, reach the arms up towards the ceiling. And as we exhale, we find warrior two. So we open up into a heel to arch alignment. So back edge of your left foot matches the back edge of the mat. Again, we're bending into the front knee, trying to stack it on top of the ankle. And you want your knee to be pointing over the second and third toe. From here, arms come out at shoulder distance. Gaze over the front palm. From here, we inhale, draw the arms up overhead, straighten the front leg. Exhale, sink back to warrior two. Arms lower, knee bend. Inhale, straighten and lift. Exhale, bend and lower. Inhale, straighten and lift. Exhale, bend and lower. Two more. Inhale, straighten and lift. Exhale, bend and lower. Last one. Inhale, straighten and lift. Exhale, bend and lower. Hold it here and breathe. From here, we cartwheel the hands to the floor, frame the front foot, step the right foot back to plank, hold here, inhale, exhale, lower down, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a moment, 3 big breaths here. With the next inhale, we sweep that left leg to the sky. And as we exhale, we step the foot through, landing it between the hands. Again, reminder, we want to stack that front knee over the ankle. Okay, so we lower the right knee down. As we inhale, root into the feet, big toe, pinky, and heel. Inhale, arms lift, shoulders relax. We draw the hands back towards the mat. Again, listen carefully. We're gonna pivot the right toes and bring the right foot to the left side of the mat, okay? So it looks a little weird from this angle, but think about being in gate pose. Left hand comes inside of the left foot, okay? And then we open the right arm to the ceiling. Push into the left hand, lift yourself up as we draw the right hand to the floor on the right side, sorry, to the back of the mat. We straighten the left leg and we reach the left arm up and over. Come back up through center, bend into the front knee, bring the hands back to the mat, pivot the front foot, swing the right knee back to center. We're back to the low lunge. We can tuck the right toes under, lift the knee, and again, root into the front foot as you inhale to find high lunge. Again, with the next inhale, we reach the arms, grow tall. Exhale, we open up warrior two. Take a moment, land in your pose. Again, with the next inhale, we straighten the arms, straighten the legs. Exhale, lower and bend. Inhale, straighten and lift. Exhale, bend and lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. We have 2 more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, warrior two, be here and breathe. Again, we cartwheel the hands towards the mat. Step the left toes back to plank this time. Hold it here. Inhale. Exhale, we lower down, chaturanga, elbows in. As we inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. 3 big breaths here. My mat's a little slippery. I normally spray it with water, but I did it too early and it all dried up before class. All right, with the next inhale, we again sweep that right leg up. This time we draw your knee to your nose. Hold it here. Inhale, draw the knee back to the sky. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, last time, lift the leg. Exhale, step the foot through between the hands. Root that foot down, big toe, pinky toe, heel. Turn on the leg as you inhale, sweep the arms up, find high lunge. From here, interlace your hands overhead and then bring them down towards your right knee. Okay, so really focus on the leg here, rooting into the foot, pushing down through the big toe mound, the pinky finger, toe, the heel, so we can activate the glute, okay? The focus here is on the foot, not the arms. Try and keep your foot as it is now as you release the hands, and again, sweep them up overhead. Inhale, reach. Exhale, find warrior two again. From here, 2 options. You can either bring your right forearm to your right thigh, or you can bring your right arm inside of the right shin as you extend your left arm towards the ceiling. We inhale, pull yourself up, bring left hand to left leg, right arm up and over, exalted warrior. And then we sweep ourselves back forward, either coming into the first variation of side angle or bringing your right hand outside of the right foot this time as you reach the left arm to the ceiling. Maybe you can even shift your left heel out towards the back of the mat a little bit more. You're gonna feel a different kind of stretch. From here, we inhale, come back up, find warrior two. Inhale, draw arms up overhead, just the arms this time. As you exhale, you're gonna step your left foot back up, bringing big toes to touch. We sit back and down into our chair. Interlace your hands overhead, draw the hands towards the left knee. Push into the left foot, rooting down, big toe, pinky toe, heel. Start to extend your right leg back towards the back edge of the room. Point the toes, hinge forward with your torso, keeping hands on the legs. Or if you'd like, you can release the arms by your sides for warrior three. Use an inhale, come back up, plant the right foot, arms overhead, sit down into your chair. Inhale here. As you exhale, fold forward, keeping the knees bent if you need to. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step back with the left foot first, and then the right to plank. Hold here. Inhale. Exhale, we lower down, cobra or upward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. 3 big breaths here. Remember, bending the knees as much as you want, letting the upper arms externally rotate, bringing the armpits towards each other. They want to say hello to each other. And with your next inhale, we sweep that left leg up. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, lift. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, we lift. Exhale, we step the foot through. Again, we root down. Inhale, draw the arms up. We interlace the hands and then bring the hands back down to rest on the left thigh. Okay, we're doing this here to focus on the way that we root into the floor. Big toe, pinky toe, heel. We ignite the glute with the heel. Okay. Drawing the inner thighs towards one another, keeping the legs as they are. We just inhale, arms up. Inhale, reach the arms. Exhale, back to your warrior 2. Take a moment to land in the pose. From here, first option, left forearm to left thigh, or left arm inside of left leg, right arm reaches up towards the ceiling. Push into your hand as you inhale, lift yourself back up, exalted, right hand to right leg, left arm up and over. Inhale, come back. Take the first variation of side angle or bring your hand to the outside of the left leg as the right arm comes up to the ceiling. Option to push the right heel out towards the back of the mat. And then with an inhale, we lift back up. Whoop, find warrior 2. Inhale, we sweep the arms up. And as we exhale, we step the right foot to the top of the mat, big toes touch, and we sit down into the chair. Interlace fingers, draw hands down towards the right thigh this time. Root into the right foot. As we lift the left leg, we send the toes back, point the toes, hinge the torso forward. Option to stay here or release arms by your side. Okay, either way, it's all good. Woo. And it's okay if you fall like I just did. You just get right back in. With an inhale, we sweep the arms up, draw the left leg down, and exhale back to the chair. From here, hands together, draw through heart center as you fold forward. Use an inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, plant the hands, step back with the right foot first, left foot to plank, hold here, inhale. Exhale, we lower chaturanga. Option to come into cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. And we're gonna run through that same section of sequence, but we're gonna do it a lot faster, okay? So do your best, go at your pace. Make sure you're breathing. Inhale, right leg lift. Exhale, step it through, root down. Inhale, arms up, high lunge. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, we bring right forearm to right leg as you reach the left arm up. Exhale, come back, warrior two. Find exalted warrior right away. Inhale, back warrior two. And then we come forward to side angle again, bringing the right hand inside right leg. Inhale, back warrior two. Exhale here. Inhale, arms lift. Exhale, step forward, chair pose. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, we fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Step, hop, or jump back to chaturanga. Hold here, inhale. Exhale, we lower. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Beautiful. Again, we inhale, left leg lift. Exhale, we step it through between the hands, root down. Inhale, right away, high lunge. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, we come into side angle pose, right arm lifts. Stay here for the exhale. Inhale, come back up through warrior two to exalted warrior, left hand towards the back of the mat. Inhale, back to warrior. Come right into side angle, left hand inside of left leg, right arm up. Stay here for the exhale. Inhale, back to warrior two. Stay here, exhale. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, we step towards the front, sink into your chair. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step left foot, then right, find plank, hold here, inhale. Exhale, lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. All right, take 3 big breaths here. Take a big inhale through the nose. Open your mouth, sigh it out. Again, inhale through the nose. Open the mouth. From here, release the knees wide, bring the toes to touch. Hinge the hips back towards the heels, coming back to child's pose. Melt the head down, extend the palms forward. From here, walk your hands up towards your body. Draw the knees together. I want you guys to be able to see what I'm doing. You're going to, you're gonna keep your knees apart and draw the big toes together. Okay, so we're gonna create like a little seat in our feet. So the wider your legs, the easier that little seat will become for you to just sit your bum inside of your heels, okay? So we're coming into a reclined hero pose. We're not gonna go all the way down. A lot of us haven't done this, and I told you didn't need blocks. So you don't need blocks. If you can make it all the way to the floor, by all means, but if you can't without a block, you don't need to. So from here, you're gonna bring your palms behind you, okay? And you're gonna start to walk yourself back, maybe coming onto your forearms. Now you wanna make sure that your knees stay connected to the floor, because what we're doing is we're stretching out our quads. Okay, so like right here, this is what we're stretching from doing all those lunges and everything. So as you can lean back, you might be able to make it all the way down to the floor, but you need to make sure that your knees are still on the ground. If this is a lot for you, you just stay on your forearms. And if that's too much for you, you come up to your palms and you find a variation that works for you, okay? So we're here, we're gonna breathe for about 5 big breaths. Beautiful. And if you're reclined, you can start to gently make your way back up, coming to your forearms, then to your palms, coming all the way up to an upright position. And then from here, we can let the legs come out in front of us and we'll meet in cobbler's pose, Baddha Konasana. So it's called butterfly pose or cobbler's pose or Baddha Konasana. There's a lot of different names for this posture. But essentially what we're doing is we're opening the feet up. So we're bringing the outer edges of the feet to touch. And if you've been in my class before, you know I highly encourage a little self-love while we're here. Maybe it's a little massage with the feet. Maybe you want to practice spreading your toes, which is a really great exercise to keep our feet in shape and help us stay balanced and firm on the ground. So a really easy way to do that is just to thread your fingers between your toes. You might not even be able to get all of them in, but if you are, just hang out there for a couple breaths like that. It's gonna feel really nice for your feet later. We're looking basically also to stretch the inside of our legs. So it's up to you how intense the stretch is. More intense will be bringing your sit bones towards your heels. Less intense will be shifting the bum away from the heels, okay? So you find your variation, your depth. You can sit here, use your forearms to maybe massage the knees down towards the ground. If you're having a hard time sitting up straight, you can use fingertips behind you to help prop you up. Wherever you are, be here and breathe. We've got about 5 big breaths here still. This is one of my all-time favorite postures. It feels so good in my body. I hope it feels good for you guys too. And just remember, try not to clasp the toes together. If anything, you want to open the feet. So you can even use 2 fingers, your peace fingers, to pull your big toes away from each other. We really want a lot of opening here. And this action is actually called opening our feet. It's called inversion. So we're inverting here. Just another breath. Beautiful. Let's sweep the knees up. And then what you're going to do is you're going to take 1 step to the right with your right foot, 1 step to the left with your left foot. Okay, we're going to do a little bit of hip mobility. If you've taken my class before, you know I love hip mobility. So your feet are just a little bit wider than hip distance. Okay, and you've got a couple options here. So you can use your hands behind you as support. This is really great if you haven't done this before or your hips are really tight, which for most of us they are because we spend so much time sitting at our desks or driving to and from work in the city traffic. So our hips sit a lot, they don't like it. So we do stuff to help. So first option, pinning the hands behind you. Second option is to just have the hands in front of you. You can keep thumbs up, you can collect the fists, whatever works. And then from here, what you're gonna do is you're gonna draw your right knee towards the floor and come back up. And then we draw the left knee in towards the floor. Come back up, okay? Right knee and up, left knee and up. Right knee and up, left knee and up. We're gonna do about 3 more each side. Right and up, left and up. Now you can do these slower or faster. This is a good pace for me, but our hips really like to move. So it's important that we oil our joints, right? I said 3, but I think we're gonna do 1 more just for good measure. So we come down for the right and lift and left and lift. Beautiful. From here, let's draw the legs out straight in front of you. Okay, I'm actually gonna go this way. It's kind of awkward. You can't really see my feet that way. So you're sitting up tall. Now, if this is really hard, you can roll your blanket, or so your mat, you can sit under your seat. That'll help tilt your pelvis in the correct direction. You could also sit on a towel or blanket or even a block, although I find blocks are a little thick for that. But if you're really tight in the hamstrings, a block will definitely help. Okay, so we're sitting up here nice and tall. Again, you can bring your hands by your sides to give you support if you need it, or you can just sit up using the strength of your torso. We're drawing the big toe mounds together so the feet and the inner legs are squeezing together. And then from here, I'm just gonna have you point your toes away from the body. And then flex the toes towards the body as much as you can. Flex the toes. And then bring the toes, flex the toes towards your body. I meant point the toes last time, I'm sorry. And last time like that, we're gonna point the toes away from the body. So we're shifting the toes and the shin bones away from each other. And then as we flex the toes towards the body, we're drawing the shin bones and the toes towards one another. Release the flex, so your feet are neutral. And we're gonna come into staff pose. So we're sitting in basically the same posture, sitting up nice and tall, palms by your sides this time. Inhale, as you push the inner legs and inner feet in towards each other, be here and breathe. Really active in the legs, okay? Beautiful. From here, release the arms, inhale them up. As you exhale, we fold forward. Okay, maybe bending the knees slightly to be able to reach the outer edges of the feet, the ankles, or the shins. And then from here, what I like to do, because I have really tight hamstrings, as I'm sure a lot of us do, is then I like to walk my heels out a little bit more and see if I can get a little bit more length while not compromising my back, okay? So I don't wanna round so much. I wanna be able to sit up nice and straight. So I come to a place where that's possible and then work from there. From here, you can let that go. Draw the knees up towards the chest. I'm just gonna unroll my mat. Give yourself a little squeeze. Maybe even tuck the head in towards the knees. And then with the next inhale, we sit up and draw the shins up parallel to the floor. Okay, bring the hands behind the thighs to start. And you can use the thighs to, again, make sure we're not collapsing into the back, but to pull ourselves through. So we've got a nice, strong, proud chest here. Option to either point or flex the toes, whatever is vibing with you today. Okay, you can stay here, or option to extend the arms along the legs, be here and breathe, nice and strong. Draw the feet towards the floor, give yourself a squeeze, tuck head to knees. Lift up with the inhale. From here, bring your hands behind you as you walk yourself back to a reclined position, keeping the feet on the floor. Okay, we're gonna move into bridge. So you want your feet to be hip distance. And you can graze the backs of your heels, making sure that your feet are close enough to your body, okay? From here, you're gonna push into the feet, just like we've been doing the whole class. Big toe, baby toe, heel, okay? Might feel a little weird, especially if you can't see it. If you've never even thought of isolating those toes before, it's new to me. And it's something that we have to think about, right? And you might not even be able to do it. If you're not able to do it, you're perfect, you're right on track, like you're totally normal. But it's about becoming aware of these movements in our body. And that's how we learn to do these things. So awareness is first. So we root down through those points. We can bring the palms to the mat by his sides. As we inhale, root into hands and feet, hike the hips up. Okay, from here, we add the arms. So we gently tuck the shoulder blades underneath, interlace the fingers beneath the seat, and then use the arms to help push us further into bridge pose. So we're lifting through the quads, the hips, the core, the chest, and we're really using these butt muscles to help push us up. Okay, so legs are engaged, butt is engaged. Be here and breathe. Starting with the shoulders, we let them come out, release the hands, we lower the back all the way down to the seat. Feet come wide like the mat, knees come into center, windshield wiper the legs back and forth. Pause in the center, heel toe the feet towards hip distance. Again, we're moving into a second set. Again, we graze the backs of the heels, root into the points of the foot, palms by the sides. We inhale, push up through the hips. Then we can let the shoulders come underneath as we interlace the fingers beneath the seat and push up into our bridge. Be here and breathe. Shoulders first, we release, undo the fingers, let the back come down to the glutes. Heels come out to mat distance, knees into center, windshield wiper the legs. All right, finding stillness. Again, we heel toe the feet back to center. Keep the left foot where it is. We interlace fingers, draw the right shin in towards the chest, okay? Give yourself a little squeeze. The right shin comes in and then over towards the right armpit. We're just keeping the left foot planted on the earth for now, okay? Release the knee as you cross the right shin over the left thigh. And you can start here by just gently pushing the right knee away from the body, or you can interlace your fingers behind the left thigh and draw the left knee in towards the chest. You can keep your right toes flexed. Release the left foot down, keep the right foot where it is. From here, you're gonna use your hands so you can lift your bum and just bum step towards the right as you let your knees fall to the left. So your right foot connects with the floor on the left side. And then you can bring your arms to cactus or stretch them out as you turn your gaze towards the right side of the room. Beautiful. Let the legs come back up through center. Move the gaze to center. Take a bum step back to the middle and then release the right foot to the floor. Interlace fingers, we draw the left knee into the chest. And we draw it in and then over towards the left side. So towards the left armpit. Right foot is planted on the floor. Beautiful. Release the leg and then cross the left shin over the right thigh. And again, first option is just to push the left knee away from the body, or alternatively, interlace fingers behind the right leg as we draw the right knee in towards the chest. Keep the left toes flexed. Beautiful. Release the right foot, but keep the leg crossed over. Again, we use the hands to lift the seat and shift the bum towards the left as you let the feet fall towards the right side. I have less room here, so I'm adjusting. Arms come to cactus or spread out, gaze towards the left this time. Beautiful. From here, you're going to draw the knees back up to center, gaze to center. We can shift the bum back as we release the legs. From here, we send the legs out long, arms out wide, moving into our final pose, our final Shavasana. Make any adjustments here to get comfortable. Release the breath, release any effort, any tension in the body. Release the jaw, moving the teeth away from one another. Remove the tongue from the top of the mouth. Start to gently wake up the body, making small movements in the fingers and toes. And then we zip the legs together, reach the arms overhead with an inhale. And as we exhale, we make our way to the side body. And then find our way up to a comfortable seat. Beautiful. Let's take a big inhale together up overhead. Exhale, draw hands into your heart. Thank you so much for joining me here tonight. I hope you enjoyed class. As always, feel free to reach out with any comments, questions, issues, anything you've got. I'm here to support you. As a reminder for our August Flow from Home series, it's not too late to join. We kick off every week, a Sunday and Tuesday class live. Reminder for August, there is no live Thursday class, but you will be receiving a recording in your inbox on Thursday morning with a class for you to enjoy. And other than that, I will see you back on the mat Sunday morning. Have a beautiful, beautiful evening, guys. Namaste.